Hi, gorgeous Leo. Welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. Leo is Lejonet in Swedish. I am Swedish, so I will use a few Swedish words here and there where I feel like maybe the English needs some clarification. Yes. How are you feeling, guys? It's been quite the month already, and I feel like it's continually is quite a month and quite the energy. And I was just doing the reading for Cancerian Kräftan, and I talked about, it feels like if you're standing on these power, I don't know what it's called in English, but kraftplatser, power spots, power places where you can actually measure that they have such high vibration. If you stand on it, you can actually feel it if you're quite the sensitive person. The thing is, I feel like there's so much positive energy coming into Mother Earth, and there's so many options, so many possible, really, really awesome outcomes, awesome shifting of your life, blah, 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 blah. That's all beautiful and well. But if you don't let go of the resistance that you might feel, if you're a bit, afraid what's going to happen, if you sort of don't want to leave the nest or leave your comfort zone, you can stand on those, like you can receive as much positive energy as you want. You can even go to those places where you sort of get, you can go for healing. You can go to really amp up your energy, and you can even stand on those power spots, those kraftplatser, all you want. But if there's resistance there, if you sort of have a headache and you stand in one of those places and you don't let go of the headache, you don't let go of the resistance, I should say, that created the headache, you're going to turn into a migraine situation. That's what it feels like right now. So even though there's talk about it, so much shifting now, so much changing, so much positive energy, like so many solar flares, solstormar, just good things coming to Mother Earth, but you're still doing what you sort of know you should not do, and I'm not talking about, I'm not going to get into it because I'm just going to get upset. I'm not talking about this silly stuff. I'm talking about if you feel like, okay, just overall, if you feel like you need to shift the situation and you know what that situation is and you haven't done it, and you just bring more and more positive energy into it, and you just heighten your energy as much as you can, you're going to freaking have your head fall off. It's going to just feel worse and worse, not because the thing that you're dealing with is worse and worse, and not because the headache that you have is worse and worse. It's just higher and higher and higher energy, and still resistant, still resistant, still resistant. It's the same resistant thing. Might be a relationship that you should have left a gazillion years ago, but you're still in it. It's the same thing, But if you heighten the energy over and over and over again, and you don't let go, or you don't get outside of the comfort zone, you don't it's gonna just feel worse and worse. And I feel that heaviness. And a lot of people sort of almost being disappointed. They're disappointed because they thought, paradise was gonna hit them in the head, and actually paradise has. Only now you have to let go, so paradise can shine, if that makes sense. Okay. That's for the collective. Let's see what specifically, Leo, is going on for you and the upcoming week. And I do 3 cards at the same time, and I look at them at the same time, like that. And it sort of gives me a bit of a story, what's going on with you. Welcome to any newcomers, if there's any newcomers here for this week, and for Leos. Somebody having a party outside. Maybe that's for you. Maybe you want, okay then. So we got 3 basic cards, and then we got 1 bonus card. Gorgeous. I'm starting to get a sore, I don't know if some of you guys, just as I started to do this reading, I'm getting a sore shoulder. So maybe some of you guys, I don't know, are a bit tense or a bit I don't know, there's something with my shoulder, just talks about tension. So maybe some of you guys need a massage. Maybe you just went for a massage. Maybe if that's your thing, I recommend it, because I feel like, you know, it needs to loosen up a bit. Okay, so I'm just going to show you first what I got. Archangel Raphael came up first. That talks about, you know, healing of the mind and the body. And then children, know that your children are protected. And that's my humongous powerhouse of a tiger there. And then the gorgeous enlightenment, which sort of gives you the understanding that you already have it all. Okay, let's see what this is about. Just give me a second. Okay. So I feel like this is specifically around a child or around children. Right now, okay, it's going to go both ways. So take whatever resonates with you. It's a general reading, so I can't do it for all. Or maybe I can, but it doesn't feel like it. Okay, so first, okay, so I want to take whatever applies, but I'm gonna like focus more into, it feels like it is evolving around a situation with children. And like if you don't have children, if it could talk more like about your inner child, like your own inner child. It can also talk about another situation. So take whatever applies for you. Since it's general, take whatever applies. So if this is a relationship, if this is a work-related situation, if this is, you know, your body, whatever, take that. I'm going to talk about it as if it's around a child. So first off is Archangel Raphael. It just shows me that you have the archangels with you at this very moment, and they're there to help you clear out some old negative patterns, old worrisome beliefs, old fearful beliefs, old patterns that sort of doesn't serve you anymore. And it's directly linked to your own inner child, what you brought with you since you were a little child up until this point. You're sort of clearing out the old version of yourself. That's a heavy cleanse. And it's not like, you know, you weren't aware of it, you weren't aware of it, and then you know, today we're letting it go. It's not like that. Of course you've done that process all through your life, but I feel like we have reached that, like the final destination. You are literally letting it go, which allows for you to move into the next step, to the next version, to your new life, to your brand new life, I'm daring to say. And Archangel Raphael literally usually comes when it's in the need of balancing your thoughts or your body. And that's just telling that, you know, you may have had recent, a bit lower thoughts, a bit lower, maybe felt a bit like, I started saying that some of you guys might have, you know, I'm feeling a bit tense in my shoulder here. It's gone now because I don't have to carry your stuff all day, but I started out feeling like that. So maybe some of you guys are dealing with the body in that sense, that you have gotten into your mind a bit too much, and then you start to cramp up and you start to get tense and you start to feel it, you know, start to feel it in your shoulders and you feel it in your body. Raphael comes to say, I got it, I got you. Leave it to me. If you feel worrisome, if you feel like negative in that sense, write it down, send it to Archangel Raphael, give it to him. He can do it. Raphael is a him to me. Don't get confused. If you feel like it can't be my Raphael because mine is a her. I say him. Yes. Leading into the next card, which is children. Know that your children are protected. Like I said, use it for around the relationship, workplace, whatever. You are being healed. Truly being healed when it comes to one of your kids or children. If you have tried to get pregnant, if you lost a child, if you miscarried, if you are very protective of your children, if your child has like special needs that needs to be met, that you sort of are very concerned about, just stuff evolving around children overall, and you know what situation, applies for you. The situation is being healed. You're being helped. If there's a special needs child here, your requests are going to get met. It's going to be such a relief for you, because I feel like you've put so much energy into this, and so much has sort of drained yourself in order to just put everything into this child, or to these children. And when you get, that help, it's going to be such a relief for you. If you have miscarried and you have just, you just disappeared there for a while, you just felt like this was it. I was going to get my baby. I was going to start my family. And maybe you were even, half into it, or even full into it, meaning you were expecting a baby here, not even, 3 weeks into the thing. It's gonna be a heavy loss. I feel like it actually is healing you at this very moment. You're coming back. You're coming out of this heavy situation, and there's just balance being restored here. However the situation is, if you're in child custody, like in a custody battle, even going to court and stuff, I feel like balance is restored in your favor. And there's so much that has come out of this. Take it just as said, like I said, if we should apply this to relationships or to a work-related situation, I would say, like in a relationship, if you have dealt with a relationship forever, if you dealt with several relationships and it has just torn yourself, upside down, and you have started to really lose it, balance is restored, healing is restored. If it's a work-related situation, maybe you felt like you were in the wrong place, maybe you even were bullied at, your workplace. You have maybe recently just quit your job, or you're just getting a new position somewhere else, and balance is restored. It's that type of thing. It's not a small thing. It's a thing that sort of has, followed you forever, maybe even several lifetimes. It's being restored. It's being healed, and it's not just being restored. And what is restored? I said that 1,000 times now, but in Swedish that is att det återställs till sitt rätta läge igen. Not only does it come back into balance, and know that your kid, if you have a child that you lost and it went over to the other side, know that your children are protected. They're fine. If you are dealing with custody battle, stuff like that, know that your child is fine. Like, look at your child as being fine. Not only fine, look at them as being, a genius. Coming out of this is your power. Being a Leo, you need I was gonna get into like prepare. Sorry, I was gonna get into compare you with another sign. It's just gonna come back and bite me. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm not even gonna compare you to any other person. I just want to say, being a Leo, being the powerhouse that you are, being, your closest friend is the sun, which will, the sun will actually burn you up. If you get too close to it, it will actually, the sun going away, you will freeze to death. So the sun has major influence. That is you having major influence on the people around you, on the situation around you, but most certainly on yourself. So you are coming back into balance, and for you to find your power, I always say that there's certain people out there, there's a comparison, but there's certain people out there, and it's not wrong. They're just happy and content with where they are, with okayness. If they're like, should we do something this weekend? No. Let's just stay home and, do something that we did for the last couple of months. Does that feel good? Yeah, it feels okay. It feels good. And they're really happy about it. I'm not saying that it's anything wrong with that. I'm really not saying it's anything wrong with that. I can really enjoy that many weekends in a row. What I'm trying to say here is that you want more. Leos are, the leader of the pack, and you want more. The sun is going to make a difference. And so in order for you to find that power, you probably have been burned out in order to find it. And you probably needed something like to get your attention. And if you didn't get the attention through you, let's take what's most precious to you, your children, and there you got yourself. If this makes any sense, if this resonates with you, come to the extended. Let's dive deeper into this and see what's going on for you, and get you some inspiring, uplifting, maybe solutions to this. If this was all you needed for this week, then thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you back in a week. Please subscribe if you haven't. Share with anybody you know. Take care. Bye.